Hello, my dear students. Welcome to lecture 2 of pharmaceutical packaging. In last lecture, that is in lecture 1, we had an introduction of pharmaceutical packaging and we studied ideal requirements of packaging materials. In today's session, that is in lecture 2, we will cover the topics like functions of packaging, composition of package, then types and uses of different packaging materials. Then with the help of small video, we will see how primary, secondary and tertiary packaging is carried out in pharmaceutical industry. Functions of packaging. Packaging helps in correct identification of product. The ancillary printed components like printed packs and package inserts provides us with information like type of product, product name, strength, quantity, route of administration, batch number, manufacturing date, expiry date, warning signs, etc. So all this information helps us in identifying the product correctly. Then the packaging protects the content of product from spillage, breakage, leakage, and it makes a product very convenient to open, handle and use. Then packaging also helps in product promotion and it attracts the attention of people while purchasing. So good presentation of packaging is necessary to attract the customers because people often judge the product looking at its appearance. So a packaging should have a good, attractive but professional presentation. Then the design of the package should be such that it is convenient to transport, storage, handle and use. And the packaging should be economical provided that the drug qualities are not compromised. Composition of package. Package comprises of container, closures, cartons, boxes, foils, films and laminates. Container is the one which hold the product or medicines and it is in direct contact with the medicine. The example of containers are glass or plastic bottles, vials, ampoules, strips, blisters, sachets, droppers, collapsible tubes, etc. And closure is a stopper, lid or cap which packs the container to avoid expel of contents from the container and also to protect the contents of container from harmful environmental conditions. Then carton is a small packaging box made up of paper board which holds the container like strip, blister and or vials. Then boxes, multiple products or multiple cartons are packed and these boxes are made up of thick cardboard. Then foils, films and laminates, these are used to produce pharmaceutical packages like blisters, strips, sachets, tubes, pouches, etc. By bonding together two or more layers of different materials like foil, paper, plastic and metal, thus giving a single packing structure. Types of packaging. There are three types of packaging: primary packaging, secondary packaging and tertiary packaging. Primary packaging are those packages which are in direct contact with the pharmaceutical formulation. For example, containers and closures, and these primary packages can directly alter the shelf life of the product. Then the examples of primary packages are strip pack, blister pack, then bottles, jars, ampoules, vials, sachets, syringes, then collapsible tubes, etc. And this primary pack may contain multiple units in its package like a strip of 10 tablets or a bottle containing many tablets. It also contains single dose, that is single unit pack, for example sachet. And as this primary package is in direct contact with the product, it should protect the product from all physical, chemical and biological hazards. Then next type of packing is secondary packaging, and this secondary packaging is outside the primary packaging, and it is used to group all the primary packages together, and its major role is in protecting the primary pack and product from mechanical hazards by giving protection from tough handling during transportation. Then during warehousing it gives additional protection, and these secondary packages, it contains information about the drug product in the form of leaflets. So the example of secondary packages are cartons, cardboard boxes, wrappers. Then tertiary packaging. Tertiary packaging is the outer packaging of secondary packaging, and it is used for handling the packed product in a bulk and for shipping purpose. So the example of tertiary packaging is corrugated shippers, pallets, shrink wraps, etc. Types of packaging materials. For the construction of primary package materials like containers and closures, materials that are used are glass, metals, plastic, and rubber. Glass as a packaging material. Glass is generally composed of sand, soda ash, and limestone, and there are four types of glass. Type 1 is borosilicate glass, type 2 is treated soda lime glass, type 3 is regular soda lime glass, and type 4 is general purpose soda lime glass. And all these different types of glass have different properties. They have different advantages and disadvantages, which we will study in chapter 2 of pharmaceutical packaging. Then type 1 is used for the type 1 borosilicate glass is used for laboratory glass apparatus and for parenteral preparations. Then type 2 is used for alkali sensitive products and for parenteral preparations. Then type 3 and type 4 are not used for parenteral use, but they are used for topical and oral use like tablet, capsules, creams, ointments. Then there is one more type of glass, that is colored glass, which is used for light sensitive products. Plastic as a packaging material. Plastics are used to make plastic containers, plastic collapsible tubes, plastic closures, plastic pouches, blister material. And there are two types of plastic, thermoplastic and thermosetting types of plastic. And all these types of plastic and all its physical, chemical, mechanical and biological properties and its application and quality control test, all these things we will study in second chapter. Then metal as a packaging material. Metals like aluminium, tin and lead are used for making collapsible tubes. In pharmaceutical industry, collapsible tubes that are made from tin are preferred because they are compatible with many products but are costly. And the collapsible tubes that are made from aluminium are light in weight and they are mostly used for toothpaste and creams, and they are less costly than the collapsible tubes that are made from tin. Then there are tubes made of lead, and the lead tubes are the cheapest one, but they are not used for pharmaceutical packaging because of lead poisoning. Then rubber as a packaging material. Rubber is used for making closures for vials, transfusion bottles, dropping bottles, etc. So all these packaging materials are used for making containers and closures. And in chapter 2 we will study in deep about all these packaging materials.